castle.
I mean, is it wrong?
It's
is
not
anything that we do is wrong?
wrong. I mean, it's not what I would have put as the caption.
I should say, is it wrong? Because you could argue that it's wrong. Is it incorrect?
It is not incorrect to say that we are Rin and Kevin Grant and we own the castle.
We own the castle, and we are Rin and Kevin Grant.
You can kind of see through my hair because we're using a
Again?
green screen. I have green.
Stop getting green hair.
I'm going to change it like next month. I think April. I don't know. My hairdresser's really busy because she's really good. So everyone wants to see her. Good evening, humans. It's Wednesday. I have to tell myself a lot because the days are kind of meaningless.
They all just blend together, I think.
It's very confusing. But it's Wednesday. It's the end of February. It's not yet March, but it's going to be in 8 seconds, it feels like.
Our cat and our dog are fighting behind us. So if you hear anything, or you can see the tail kind of a little bit.
Our dog wants to be friends with our cat so bad, and
our cat really
doesn't
want to be at all.
Today, Kevin, my oldest, our 10-year-old, said, well, Rin's the queen of the house. And then me and Kevin went, and Kevin went, you know who the queen of the house is? And he said, that's true. It's Lilith, our cat. So Colin knows what's up.
Yep.
We didn't update the title on this, so it says that we're talking about martinis, and we are not.
We could talk about martinis. We learned that to make a martini extra dry, you take away the vermouth, which we learned a little too late and caused Rin to lose a trivia competition.
I was playing a trivia game on my phone, and I asked Kevin, because he knows more about drinks than I do, and he thought too fast or too slow or something and gave me the wrong answer and ruined my... It was the first game of trivia I'd learned on that. And it was very frustrating.
I don't know why people tune into these things, because we don't really talk about anything.
They're just desperate for human contact like all of us.
Chat, write things in the chat so we can respond to you, and it can be like you're really here in person. We're all just friends hanging out.
Just chilling together. In a little bit, we are going to have our friend Kimberly joining us, who runs some great gaming events that I will have her talk to you about. And we've been to some of them, so we can also talk about them. We're doing a thing for one of them this year. We're doing trivia, because that's who we are now. We're the trivia people.
We have so many trivias lined up. It's crazy. We have people are asking us to run private trivias.
It's really fun. We'll try to find fun virtual events.
Yeah.
And, people are still trying to be pretty responsible. So if you're doing a bigger group, you want to still keep it virtual. And virtual trivia is fun. So
it is fun. We have fun when we run
that.
it, but we're in charge of it. So I don't know actually what it's like on the other side of the...
Well, our trivia on Monday nights has a very dedicated regular group. And if we were very bad, these people would hopefully stop coming back.
Maybe these people are all gluttons for punishment.
Well, if you are also a glutton for punishment, every other Monday we do virtual trivia, gluttonous trivia. So please join us if you want. Usually we have a list of things we're going to talk about, but tonight we just sort of sat down and started streaming and then went, oh, what are we doing?
What are we going to talk about today?
We're very professional.
We have new products, but we can't really show them at all because they're...
Have you all seen, I posted an Instagram. Catan started making stuffed animals, like a sheep and a robber that's also a sheep, and hay, but they're adorable little anthropomorphized. Is that right? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
They're made into creatures, and they're stuffies. And anyway, I bought them for the castle so that you can buy them from us, and they're awesome. So we are excited to have those. We have a few of those left. We've already sold some. We still have 1 million blankets. I'm just going to share this stream real quick on my personal page, which I should have done a minute ago, but Kevin will entertain you.
You can, if you want to buy any of the things that we're talking about, go to our online store, which actually, if anybody was watching last time we did this about 2 weeks ago, I wrote our online store and I didn't put a space between the two, and I haven't fixed that to this day. So as you can see, our online store is thecastlebeverly.com/shop. So join us there, and you not us, we won't be there.
We're in the shop. You can buy us.
Go there to check out all of those things. They have the pictures of the cute stuffy animals and the blankets and all
those are under gifts and accessories, maybe?
They are gifts
It's
and or
gifts
accessories.
and something. I forget what I called that category. We also have, this is not good. We also have a bunch of Castle merch. So we've got Castle glasses that have, I don't know. What a week, man. Is everyone else struggling, or is it just me? You're struggling a little, right?
I'm just tired all the time.
Well, that's struggling. That qualifies as a struggle.
Usually I'm not as tired. I want to nap all the time, and that's not thing.
That's my thing.
That I've ever wanted to do in my life.
Kevin's always been like, I can't nap. Naps are useless. And now he's like, well, maybe just a little nap. And I'm like, join us. Join the nappers.
Just so people can plan accordingly, when is Kimberly joining us?
I think I told her 7:45-ish. We're a very fast and loose organization here at the castle. Although we have been like getting back to being a slightly more real business. We've been getting some more people coming in, and
yeah, for those of you who haven't been paying attention to the way the castle's running, just so you know, the last couple weekends have actually been really busy. We have four tables available we have 4 tables available for people to make reservations at, and that's so that we can have above and beyond the amount of social distancing required for this. I
believe it's 5 tables.
So we have 2 tables, 2 to 3. Yeah, we have 3 tables in the dining room because we wanted to put like 10 feet between every tables and make sure that you don't have to walk by any tables in the.
What are you doing, Lilith?
Hi, Lilith.
We're.
So, this is our cat, Lilith.
She doesn't usually do this to us.
Anyways, so we've got tables available in the bar side and the dining room side and the back room, and they're actually all filling up on our Friday and Saturday nights. We're currently only open on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and even then, we're only open during the day, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. So Mondays and Tuesdays we're closed, and on Wednesdays and Thursdays we only open up at 4 p.m. But still, you can make reservations and you can swing by, and we make sure that all of our games are quarantined so that you are not worried about any like residualness. And
like touching games other people have touched. We know you don't want to touch the same things. We get that.
Our staff never gets anywhere near you. Truth be told, they didn't want to get near you before the pandemic, and now they have an excuse not to get near you. So our antisocial and skittish, our Kittery, Maine staff is, we hired them all from Kittery, Maine, and our skittish staff will not get near you, and we have a lot of proper procedures in place, and people have been really enjoying coming in. They've said they have a really good time, even though it's not a normal way of eating out or going to a board game cafe in any way, shape, or form. So.
I was gonna let Lilith go, but like our viewer count kind of spiked a little when she appeared. So I
don't think people just know that we have a cat on our screen.
They know. There are people with cat sense, spidey. Catty sense.
Catty senses.
I don't think that
doesn't
works.
sound great. So also, if you haven't heard about our Castle Guild, we have a Facebook page now. We have a specific group for people who really love the castle and kind of like going the extra mile to make sure that they're supporting us. The Castle Guild on Facebook is a page where we kind of let everybody know about the special unique things that we're doing before we let the general public know. So those stuffies that Rin kind of bought on an impulse without telling me, she announced that we had those and that we only had one of each of them in stock, and they were going to go quick on the Castle Guild before we started advertising them on all of our other Facebook pages.
We also do giveaways, so we just got a bunch of cute new stickers in, and we did a giveaway where you could win one of each of the stickers. So if you like free stuff and being first to know things, and also if you're a member, you can post. Sometimes people will be like, my kids really enjoyed this game. What other games do you think they'd like? So it's a great little community there to discuss such things.
Yeah, we don't want to make the castle something. We don't want to make the Castle Guild like a thing where we're just yelling at you the entire time. Be like, look at our stuff, buy our stuff. That's what we do here on these streams. But on that one, we want it to be just a community where people who love tabletop gaming and love the castle can get together and talk amongst one another.
Is there no better link that like
Yeah, I
Facebook
don't.
makes you use a dumb number.
They do. They do. They make
Well,
hopefully
y'all
we can-
memorize that number, and
we can put it in the chat. So we're gonna put that in the chat so that you can find it a lot easier than having to remember the dumb number.
I mean, who doesn't love a challenge? A game. It's a game in itself to get on the page.
Man, you really are struggling today.
I really like words have gotten harder. The English language is confusing. It's been a whole thing, man. Well, it's just sitting right in the middle of everything, but at least she's not in the camera shot now.
She's right in the way of our monitor, so we can't really see what we're doing. But you know,
Well, what do we need to see anymore? Nothing. We are good.
what's Lilith's favorite game? Knocking things off of tables? Actually, you know what? They don't act like normal kids. Lilith's favorite game, and this is my favorite because we talk about how Basco, our dog, really wants to be friends with Lilith. And Lilith doesn't want to be friends with him at all. You would think, her being a cat, she'd be able to just jump up on high things, or we have a whole room that the dog can't get into because there's a baby gate in the way, but the cats can jump over the baby gate. So she has her own place that she can go to that he can't even access. But she doesn't do that. So her favorite game is to just walk slowly in places that Basco can see her until he starts following her and whining and pawing at her. And then she just sits there and stares at it. And sometimes she'll swat at him if he's getting too rambunctious. Other times she'll just walk away slowly. So I think her favorite game is to taunt Basco.
That's true.
That's her favorite game. So
I was communicating with Kimberly. Did you tell them that she ate his food in front of him?
no, she does do that. That's purely, and I know this from, I don't know, I read that online somewhere. That's purely a dominance move. That's purely like, I own this place.
It's
so
hilarious. She's a mean cat, but we love her anyway. Lilith's favorite game is harass Basco.
Yeah.
100%. But like, she pretends she doesn't like it, but she doesn't have to be around him. She does this to herself. So, do we want to introduce our good friend Kimberly? Our dear friend, our best friend in the world, Kimberly.
We're going. This is getting a little extreme here, but sure, we can introduce our best friend.
Our best friend Kimberly. We've been friends since we were wee children in the Irish countryside.
All right, here's Kimberly.
Hello, Kimberly. Oh, you're in color now. You were probably just in gray because you were in waiting.
Yeah.
They gray us out.
I don't know how things work.
Also, we have this lovely background that is left over from the time we hosted a baby shower.
Yeah, we haven't changed it.
We have
like
cute little animals, elephants there with hearts on them. So
I forgot to do a background.
It's okay. You have like a real fireplace behind you.
Is that like a real fireplace?
It looks like when you turn on, but
well, yeah, but
nice.
Like there's actual flames.
There's real fire.
There's actual flames. Yeah.
Yes. So
Kimberly is risking their life to join us today.
Introduce her.
Being so close to flames, just to be here, so you guys can witness what's going on. So
Kimberly is one of the creators, I don't know what to call you.
We usually say co-founders and organizers.
They are. There we go. Co-founders and organizers of Granite Game Summit, and you have another Game Summit. Are they both called Game Summits?
Stumptown Game Summit. Yeah.
Yeah. Little mini cons that are really awesome. Kevin and I have had the
privilege.
I was gonna say honor, and I was like
the honor and privilege
of attending them, and they're awesome, super fun, super friendly events.
Have we run trivia for
we
those?
have run trivia.
All of them, or did we just go?
It started coinciding with Joko Cruise for a few years. Kimberly, do you want to explain what Granite State Game Summit is like in a non-COVID year?
Yes, that's not the name of it. Yes.
Oh, did you add state in there? It's Granite Game Summit.
Granite Game Summit, not Granite State Game Summit. Yeah.
We added that word. That was not me.
Wow.
That was not.
Who else would it have been?
The one who's typing right now.
Might have been Kev. I don't know. So it is generally a tabletop focused convention, like open play. We have some fun events like geeky trivia hosted by these lovely humans. It's just come hang out for 3, well, now it'll be 4 days in the future. Play games with 675 other people.
We fixed it.
Granite Game
Yay!
Summit.
Yay.
Now, the fun thing about their URLs, because there's no spaces in there, it could be Granite Game Summit or it could be Granite Games Summit. Either one works fine.
Either way, yeah, I'm good with that. Is that a cat that just keeps popping up?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Lilith is very into the stream this week. She's making a lot of trouble. So this year, obviously, you are not doing a large gathering of several hundred people in a hotel.
Oh. For obvious reasons, yeah.
But you are still hosting an event.
We are. So we're doing 3 days for Virtual Game Summit, which is like a combination of Granite Game Summit in Stumptown and Reunity, which is our 1-day event that we hold in Massachusetts. It's all 3 audiences. It's all virtual, obviously, because it's a pandemic.
I've heard
It
about
kicks off Friday, March 12th at noon Eastern, and it runs until, I believe, midnight Eastern on Sunday, the 14th of March. So it's soon.
That's really soon. It's almost
I know.
March. At least
It's
I don't know
almost
if it's the stream, but it's almost March, Kimberly.
It's almost March, Rin. I know.
Before you know it. February felt like the fastest and the slowest month of all time.
It felt like the shortest month.
I mean, it is the shortest month, so
It is. It is quite honestly the shortest month.
I also feel like it was a cold, terrible month for a long time.
Well, like you said, all the days blend together. So for me, it's just how cold is it?
Day.
Is it going to be less cold today?
No. Well, today was nice.
So what are some cool events that you are running or that Granite is running for this online?
Well, these lovely humans here, Rin and Kevin, are running Geeky Trivia for us.
And Kimberly is one of our regular trivia players, so she knows what we do and how you just do it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
Right? You've actually seen us run a trivia and been like, sure, I want that as a part of my thing.
A virtual one, no less. Yeah. And then we have Omari, the lovely Rap Gods designer, and Kathleen Mercury, who has some designs that are coming out this year. I don't know if they've been officially announced yet. They are running our Fancy Friday red carpet event, which is like any red carpet event you see, with the commentary, except for obviously it's virtual. So it'll be via a Zoom, and we'll have a slideshow where people can send in photos and little video clips of themselves in their Fancy Friday attire, and then they're just going to commentate it and kick back, have a drink, and some laughs. That follows you guys immediately.
We'll be sure
so
to
at 10:30
for our trivia.
We're going to be the fanciest.
We're sticking to our standard Fancy Friday thing because it's the darkest timeline, and we need an excuse sometimes to actually wear clothing.
I got like 3 fancy jumpsuits during the pandemic with someday I'm going to wear these, but I just keep buying them.
I actually changed out my pajamas solely for this stream.
You put on real pants. No one can even see your pants. Why'd you bother?
I can't put on. It's weird to me to wear like a nice shirt and do my hair and then have pajama pants on. I feel like I'm lying to everybody.
That's the joy. Of the pandemic.
Also, somebody kicked dirty snow on them earlier today, so they were wet.
Absolutely wearing pajama pants. So
as you should be.
I thought
I was trying to adjust so you could see my Granite Game Summit shirt, but
I'm actually wearing Granite Game Summit pants, but you can't see that.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
So is Game Summit this year going to essentially mostly be Zoom events?
So we're really focusing on like the community engagement aspect instead of the play games online, because for those people who are interested in playing games online, you've probably mostly found your communities in which you're doing that. Through our Discord channel, people are doing that. We're having pop-up once or twice a week game events, 18xx nights online, trick-taking games is tomorrow. Like, that's one thing, but it's definitely not as convention connection feeling as just silly events like trivia and hi kitty cat, hi Lilith. And I mean, so Sunday morning you can do a live cook along with Rob Davio. He's teaching us how to make German apple pancakes live stream from his personal kitchen. You know, he's one of the co-designers of all of the Pandemic Legacy games and Betrayal, and just, you know, but
Yeah,
his other
one of the
hobby is
things
cooking. So
we found about the pandemic, and you've experienced this through trivia, is like now you can have anyone from anywhere be a part of it. So we have people who do trivia who are, you know, all the way across the country, and you can have maybe, you know, Rob may not have originally been able to fit in a schedule to fly out and host an event, or Omari, like there's no way. But they're able to, you know, grab an hour and a half to do an event.
exactly, that's kind of nice. Like Omari's in North Carolina. Rob usually comes to G2S actually, because he lives in Massachusetts. So we usually have him up for at least a little bit of time. but I mean, now he gets to do his other hobby, right? He loves to cook. People love hearing about his cooking adventures on Twitter. And now you get to cook along with him. And that'll be fun. And just like we have a bunch of game show based things. We have oh my gosh, I think they've decided to call it Not So Serious Trivia Saturday night, which is using board game face swap and some music and a whole mess of just chaos. It'll be great. Hosted by Benita and Matt Morgan. So like we're just mixing it up. Fun events, game shows.
Our cat is currently attacking the screen.
She's
that we
scratching
use.
your face.
She's attacking.
She's trying to get to me.
She just wants a snuggle.
I'm kind of nervous that she's going to knock the TV off the
Honestly,
table.
it would be a pretty exciting moment.
Yeah, it'd be great. They wouldn't see it. They just see our reactions to it. So right now, I'm very concerned. I'm going to go take the cat and throw it away.
No.
Don't throw my cat friend
You
away.
know, she's running. She's escaped.
See, this is why I put on real pants. What if I needed to stand up to? And for those of you who are wondering, the granite logo is on the butt. That's why you didn't see it.
Yeah.
It's across.
It's like
it's
a
where
juicy
where
kind of
juicy would
thing.
normally.
It's very.
It's
I mean, I will have to add those to our online store now because.
So virtual game summit is, you do need tickets, correct?
You do. Tickets are $10. We decided to charge as little as humanly possible to just cover costs, and then from what we make above the cost is just being tip shared out to our event hosts. And
Well,
then
it seems like you have a ton of people involved in coordinating everything. Like this is a big to do.
oh yeah, I mean the people running the events, yes. There are only 2 of us who actually are running things.
That's a lot of work for you guys.
I mean,
where can you get tickets?
You can get tickets on our website, granitegamesummit.com. If you click on tickets,
It's right there.
Look at that.
right there.
It's our website. It's a lot easier to get to than our Castle Guilds.
I'm not good with the figuring out which way. Yeah. I mean, it took us a while to figure out where to buy our trivia tickets. We got it now.
Yeah, everybody
We're just making everything up as we go. I'm surprised people haven't caught on by this point. So
But it, I mean, we also changed it and to confuse
that's
people
true.
more.
That's
so,
true.
like,
We want
I walked Daniel through it now.
as long as he can get his tickets, we're gonna be okay. And the $10 is for all three.
Yeah,
three
the
days.
$10. So the $10 is all three days of events, and it's also access to our Discord server, which is getting a lot of regular use, which is nice. A nice community of people meeting up and doing games there, and our pop-up game nights. And we're talking about having an extra designer alley day, possibly next month or in May, for designers to show off their games through the Discord and set up times. Just trying to create a nice online, safe, moderated, because the internet.
Yeah, no, that's super fun. I mean, not even like whenever I think of moderation, I think of like, hey, like let's get all the people who are gonna scream hate words and swears at you for the entire thing. But honestly, moderators also curate the conversation in a good way to make sure that like, hey, I can go onto this site or this Discord server and actually talk about board games and see other people talking about board games and not arguing about which Lord of the Rings character is the best or something like that, which isn't offensive. It's just not what we're here for. So
right. And you're not just going to get spammed with everybody's Kickstarter.
Oh, that's true. Especially in the board game world. That's probably really tough to be like, oh, I'm going to go in here. Oh, I have to now kickstart 27 different games
There's always something new. Yeah, so even if you're not sure about, I know like some people aren't sure about virtual events. If you are, if like one thing about Granite Game Summit or virtual Game Summit, right, is what it's.
Yeah, virtual Game Summit.
Virtual Game Summit, because it's including folks on the West Coast for Stumptown and everything. You know, even if like very little, you're like, well, I don't know, virtual stuff, and maybe a little virtual, like just even access to the Discord for $10 sounds like a really good deal.
Yeah.
We've had people contact us at the castle and be like, hey, I'm just looking for people to game with, and we're like, it's a pandemic, we're an in-person place, we cannot help you right now. So this would be a great resource for those folks to, you know, find. Not everybody has like a gaming community, and Kimberly has worked very hard to create a very safe and welcoming gaming community.
And everybody there, I know everybody that you've interacted with and all the people that at least are on your trivia team, I know there's a lot of people that are involved in this kind of thing that are very good at the tech side of things too. It's not like people who just know board games. These are people who have worked hard to make sure that tabletop gaming can work in the virtual space. So there's been a lot of testing about like what games work online and what games are harder to work online. So it's always awkward to try to play Yahtzee online and then suddenly that doesn't work at all, or the website crashes or something like that. So the fact that everybody over there has put in resources and time to kind of make sure that this is the best online gaming experience for a tabletop medium is really cool. So
it is, and it makes it a lot more just generally enjoyable. And for the event itself, we're trying to keep it as tech threshold low as possible because we want it to be accessible to people, right? Like that's why we kept the cost at. And if anybody can't afford the $10, email us and we'll just give you a free ticket as well. We're trying to keep the barrier as low as possible, but still be able to pay and tip share out our hosts.
Yeah. I mean, you have to pay for costs. People need to make money for doing things.
And you're putting a ton of work into it. So.
Well, and I think our hosts deserve to be paid for their time as well. Like it's a dark timeline for everybody. So there are a lot of people who are hosting events who need a little bit of side hustle, a little promotion, and there's zero shame in that. But it's also okay for people who can't afford that right now, right? Because a lot of people are without work or cut hours or struggling. And we just wanted to make it as easy and accessible and safe and enjoyable for everybody that we could.
That's awesome. And, you know, like I know you personally, but I also like follow you on Twitter, and you're just always trying to make the board game world more accessible and more safe for everyone. Like it's clearly such a passion of yours of like, everyone's welcome, but not if you're an asshole. Like it's just, and that's hard work because there's a lot of gatekeepers and there's a lot, you know, so it is work to do and to make your community stay that way. It's very easy to have a community turn toxic if you're not paying attention. So it's been awesome to see what you've been able to create, and we're excited that we get to be friends with you and like be part of it.
Right back at you. Also, that was like the best part of creating a Discord, though, is the amount of people within our community who have come to our events who just right away were like, "Oh, you've never played an 18xx game, but you have an interest in it? Here are 5 people who are offering to walk people that they don't know and teach them and play a live 5-hour game."
That's
like the amount of community members that just jumped in and they were like, "Oh, sure, I'd love to teach you how to play this or that. And it's on this. You can play this one on Tabletopia and this one's on Tabletop Simulator. And what days are good for you?" And the amount of people who just naturally are doing it on their own, and we don't have to tell them, you know, like, who wants to teach John how to play this? They're just kind of doing it on their own.
Please? Yeah. People are very welcoming.
I've noticed that about the tabletop community at large, is a lot of them, besides the gatekeepers out there, but there's a lot of them there's a passion to teach people how, like, if I really love a game, not only do I love playing the game, but I'm like, "Oh, you want to play this game? Great. Let me teach you how to play this game. This is great." You know, and there's a lot of that out there. So
there is, and it's beautiful. It just makes me smile every time that somebody asks a question and then all of a sudden I see an impromptu game night pop up and there's teaching and guidance, and it's just
and you really need that. I mean, I used to think that I was like just a curmudgeon-y old man that didn't need people, but going through this last year, I'm like, I need social interaction in some way, shape, or form. But I'd be like, I don't have to see anybody, but also I'm sad and I don't know why. It's weird. So this is great for connecting people. If those of you who are watching, if you feel like you really want to get involved, even if tabletop gaming isn't like your passion or your thing, there's tons of ways that you can very easily get involved. And these are groups of people who really want to just connect with people and hang out and make friends.
Yeah, when we have been able to go to Granite Game Summit, we've always done lighter games. We're not the ones there playing a 4-hour, we're like, let's check out Barron Park. Let's, so you don't have to be, you can be a very casual gamer and still really love these events.
Yeah.
I mean, we do things like Jackbox game nights too, not like, they're not even all regular game focused. An Among Us night, like it's just about connecting, having fun, making sure you still actually exist, because everybody feels like they're floating all the time now. So an excuse to wear pants.
I mean, you don't have to talk about the downsides.
Sometimes you want a reason to wear pants, though.
That's
Come on
true,
now.
especially if they're fancy pants
Pants.
Yeah, fancy dresses or anything like that.
Yeah.
Getting an excuse to dress up and look fancy, even if it's just like, the top half of you, it's still, people have fun with that. So,
Well, thank you so much, Kimberly, for coming and talking to us tonight. And if we have the email up, so if any folks are interested in Granite Game Summit, it is coming up right around the corner, and we highly suggest you go, even if it's just because you want to go to our trivia we're hosting, which is going to be super fun.
We're
It will be super fun.
And follow them on Twitter for other updates. So if you're not interested in virtual stuff and you're like, I can't look at another computer, I'll die. Next year, hopefully we'll be back to normal stuff, and they have a great live event with real people. I thought you were going to say something, so I stopped talking.
We've already paid for that event, so let's hope.
Yeah, I gave them their money.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you want to say as a final, like, goodbye, or hey, look at this, or look into this before we before we kick you out?
I mean, it probably should be, but it's been a long day.
Right. There's something about this day that's even more pandemic-y than normal.
I mean, I actually went hiking today because it's our vacation.
That's amazing. You got outside and it was beautiful out. That's a good choice.
This has that. Yeah. I just thought of this because Rin said pandemic-y as more so, but yesterday in our town there were 2 giant explosions. No one knows what they were. I felt the house shake twice. I thought there was a huge car accident outside. I looked, nothing.
No.
And then Rin finds out in the news later that day,
they're like,
nobody knows where it came from.
We can't figure it out. So
that's unsettling.
Pandemic-y style shenanigans going on.
Like how? Like they were big.
What is? I think this is a better one. Is this better?
No, that's worse. That's
so
way
much
worse.
Oh,
no.
All right, let's sit down. What's this one?
That was like right in my eyeball.
Yeah.
You can put it in the quarter.
All right. I just want to see what those look like.
I mean, that's fair. I spent the first 5 minutes trying to figure out how my hair works anyhow. So
I think our video's mirrored right now, so it's very confusing because when I want to fix my hair, I keep on wanting to push it the other way, which is wrong.
So was mine. I was trying to show my shirt and I couldn't figure out which way was what to start the start of the logo, and I was like, all right, I give up. Yeah.
All right.
Joys of technology. All right, we'll talk to you soon, Kimberly. We will probably see you at our next trivia night, and we will definitely see you at Virtual Game Summit. You're great. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
We're still here. Probably not for long, though, right?
Oh, look, we're Rin and Kevin Grant. We own the castle.
We own the castle still.
And nothing has changed in the last 33 minutes.
Unless, I don't know, I'm going to go to the castle after this. Maybe it's burned down. I don't know.
We would still own it as like an agency, as a business. We'd still own it. It would just be we own a pile of rubble now. So come join us as we sift through the pile of rubble to see if there's anything salvageable. We will stay 6 feet apart from you, and we will definitely be wearing masks because of all the soot.
What?
I mean, if it burned down, that would be our advertisement.
Oh, okay. I think that's all we got. We've got Granite State Game Summit. We're Granite Game Summit. Kimberly's going to kill us because we just keep adding state in there.
State game, Granite State, Summit game,
virtual state. A virtual state game summit. Virtual Game Summit is coming right around the corner. Get your tickets for that. It's going to be really fun.
$10 for 3 days of content?
Yeah.
Plus unlimited access to a private Discord
don't feel
channel?
like you have to go to a bunch of stuff, but like Amari is an awesome game designer and he's going to be doing stuff, and I don't know. I just think it would be worth it.
There's people I think who are going to run awesome trivia.
That's what we've heard. It's us.
Oh no, there's another trivia.
Yeah, maybe
Might
that
not
one
be
will be. We're gonna watch that one and just scowl. Okay. We scowl a lot anyway, so you know what we're known for.
So that's coming up. That's great. We've also got our own trivia. We've got general nerdy trivia happening not next week, but the week after, right?
Yeah, we've done that. We're doing that every other week.
So
we haven't planned our next theme trivia yet, so it'll be general till we say so.
and the castle is still open if everybody wants to do a
Yeah, come in, eat some food if you want. Take food to go. You can still rent games and take them home if you want. Whatever.
try out any new games.
Just come in and buy something for our retail section. Catan stuffies. They're so cute.
There's only one of each, and Rin wants to prove to me that it was worth getting them because she didn't tell me. Again, I need to reiterate, she didn't tell me that we were getting
I'm in
these.
charge of the retail buying. You're not my mom.
I'm in charge of the finance.
I told my mom.
That's a weird snub that you told your mom instead of me. Your
I knew
business
she
partner.
wouldn't be mad at me.
All right, we're gonna leave now.
Everyone
To have
have
a
a
fight.
wonderful night. We're gonna go fight about stuffed animals.
It's what we do every night. This has nothing to do with this
Different stuffed
conversation.
animals though, not always Catan.
We have a lot of stuffed animals, but some of our favorite that we want to cuddle with when we go to sleep, and we fight over which ones who
Don't
gets to
tell
cuddle with
people
that.
weird stuff like this. They'll be like, I think they were joking, but maybe.
They might be weirdos.
Well, that's definitely a fact. Have a great night, folks. We will check in with you again soon.
See you later.